the last section for Chapter 4 in the Algebra 2 Dolciani Structures and Methods, Book 2, Algebra and Trigonometry. Section 4.9 deals with solving polynomial inequalities. To be fair, I've never seen this. I have never seen this. This is crazy. This is awesome. And part of me wants to use the graphing method that I just taught my kids. So this is interesting. So we need to understand that we're going to get multiple x values here. So we're going to move it and set it equal to 0, make one side 0, and then we're going to factor. Super easy. And then we end up with 2 binomials, and we're going to solve those binomials. You're going to set each one equal to 0, much like we do. We're going to move it over, isolate x, and we get x is greater than 2 and x is greater than 5. Now that's interesting that it says both factors positive, both factors negative. Oh, well, right. The product is positive. When they're less than. Okay, solution to this conjunction is that I kind of like solution 2. I like the sign graph. I like this. This to me makes a little bit, I don't know. We're gonna work through this. We're gonna see. So we have has to be greater, so it has to be positive. So we get x plus 2 is greater than 0, minus 2, minus 2. X must be greater than negative 2. And then x minus 4 is greater than 0, add 4, add 4. X is greater than 4. So if we have this, negative 2, 0, 4, so we're going to do this one. We'll do this. Let's do it in blue. So when x is equal to 4, that's going to be 0. To the right is going to be positive. To the left is going to be negative. It's going to produce a negative number. And then at 2, let's do this one. So let's do that. That's the blue. This is the green. At negative 2, it's going to be 0. To the right is going to be positive, and to the left is going to be negative. So at this point in this area, so from here off, we're going to have negative, negative, which creates a positive. And to the right of here, we get positive, positive. So those are going to be my solutions. So I'm assuming that my x needs to be less than negative 2 or x is greater than 4. Is that the solution to number 1? Additional answers. Come on. Additional answers. All right. Now you've made me pause even more already. Already we're pausing, looking. This video is becoming longer than it needs to be already. That is page 69. Page 69. Chapter 4, 69. X is less than negative 2 or x is greater than 4. Mr. Mac got it right. Let's go. Okay, let's move on to the next one then. And we will put that in a solution set. I think we would write it as a solution set. Can we write that? Or we write, they like to do this. That's the correct way. Okay, so we get x minus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Now the greater than or equal to is going to be very interesting, because that's going to give us a little bit closed circle, open circle. So we add 3. We have x is greater than or equal to 3 plus 1. We get x is greater than or equal to 1. Let's do our sign chart. We have 0, 1, and 3. So let's do this in blue. So at 3, it's going to be positive. And that's the only difference. It's not 0 anymore. It's going to be equal to, oh, that's going to be, yeah, it's going to be equal to 0. So, and then to the left of that's going to be negative. Let's do this. We are positive on there, to the right, to the left. So, using my highlighter, when do we get negative, negative? So, oh, that's going to be open circle there. That wasn't a very good open circle. Open circle there, going to the left. And we're going to be closed circle there, going to the right. Is that true? It's going to be so cool to see if we do this correctly. I'm learning it just at the same time you're learning it. I'm going to say x is less than 1 or x is greater than or equal to 3. Is that the answer to number 2? Number 2, x is less than or equal to 1 or greater than or equal to 3. Because at 1, so when x equals 1, let's plug it in, right? We think it's equal to 1. So if this is 1, we get 0. We get negative 2 times 0 is 0. Well, 0 is, yeah. So it is a solution. So that will be a, because it is 0. So that's actually, these are still zeros. Sorry. Those are still zeros. So, sorry. Green is blue. Green is white. So we're going to have 0 here in positives. We're going to have 0 here in negatives going to the left. So, and we just need to understand that 0 we'll set it equal to. Got it. Got it. All right, we'll see. So now we have to factor. So we have a minus 3, a plus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Here's our tester. A minus 3 is greater or equal to 0. A plus 3 is greater than or equal to 0. Plus 3, a is greater than or equal to 3. Minus 3, a is greater than or equal to negative 3. Let's do our, so we have negative 3, 0, and 3. Let's do this in green. So green is going to be at 3, it's going to be 0. To the right is plus. To the left is negative. Negative. That's a horrible negatives. This one will be 0 at 3. Negative, negative, negative. So my has to be positive. So let's go out there. Oh, sorry. Let's go out to there. Extend. Let's extend these out past so we can see where. And so my is going to be closed circle going there. Closed circle going there. I'm pretty sure that's correct. Let's see, is the solution x is less than or equal to negative 3 or x is greater than or equal to 3. This is number 3 for all that jazz. 3. Oh, A, sorry. A. So A is less than or equal to negative 3 or A is greater than or equal to 3. We know how to do it. So this is a fun one. So T, factor out of T, you get T minus 4 is 0. So we get T is greater than 0. T minus 4 is greater than 0. Add 4, add 4. T is greater than 4. Let's do our chart. We have 0, we have 4. Let's do this in blue. It wasn't blue. Let's do this in blue. So 0 plus, 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 minus, minus, minus. Let's do this in green. 0 plus 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 minus minus minus. So we're going to say, where is it? Positive, positive. Starting, oh no, this one will be open circle. Sorry, that'll be open circle going to the left. This is going to be open circle going to the right. Let's see if we did it correctly. What's my variable? T, colon, T is less than 0 or T is greater than 4. Closed solution set. T is less than 0 or T is greater than 4. We are so good. Now the factoring, right? This is the easy part. Signs are the same. Both are negative. Y minus 2, 0. Y minus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. Y is greater than or equal to 2. Y is greater than or equal to 1. We can start skipping steps here and being more efficient. 0, 1, 2. Let's do this. Close circle. Well, that's 0 plus 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 minus minus minus. That is 0 plus 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 minus minus minus. And where are we going to be? We're going to be closed circle going to the left. We're going to be closed circle going to the right. So hopefully my solution, what variable? Y. Come on. Sorry. So solution set of y is less than or equal to 1, or y is greater than or equal to 2. And this is number 5. Y is less than or equal to 1, or y is greater than or equal to 2. Yes. All right, we like this. This is good. This is easy. Oop, famous last words. Minus 2, x plus 1, greater than 0. X is greater than 2. X is less than negative 1. Ooh, greater than negative 1. Negative 1, 0, 2. We have open plus 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 minus 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 minus. We have open minus minus plus 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 plus. We have an open circle there, open circle there, and we can write the solution. How fun is this? This is so good. Sorry, I don't want yellow, I want black. And we have x is my variable. X is less than negative 1, or x is greater than 2. This is number 6. X is less than negative 1, or x is greater than 2. All right, now this will be interesting. Equally interesting is we need negatives. So we need a negative. When does it happen negative? Is in between. It's going to be an and. Oh, yes. All right, we're not even going to look. We're going to go. X minus 2 is less than or equal to 0. X plus 3 is less than or equal to 0. Add 2. We're going to do it slowly. Minus 3, minus 3. We're going to show all of our work. Okay, okay. Let's do our sign. So we have negative 3, 0, and 2. And so at 2, it's going to be 0 plus, 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 minus, 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 minus. At negative 3, minus, 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 plus, 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 plus. So where is it plus minus? It's going to be closed circle going between there. So how do we write that? We write that with, I think that's x, and we're going to go negative 3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 2. You think that that's an ugly less than? That's no better. 7 Negative 3 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to 2. Oh, yeah. Nice. So we get x is less than or equal to negative 4. X is less than or equal to negative 1. Negative 4, negative 1. We have 0. We've got pluses. We've got negatives. We got 0. We got pluses. We got negatives. So between these two, so that will give us, we've got x, and we got negative 4 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to negative 1. Number 8, x, negative 4 is less than or equal to x, which is less than or equal to negative 1. Wow. So we crushed this. We literally have this figured out. So we get y is less than 1, y is less than negative 1, and that's going to be less than 0, which makes it negative 0, 1. This is going to be, this one will be 0 plus 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 minus minus minus. This is going to be 0 plus 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 minus minus. So my solution is going to be open circle, open circle. So we have, this time it's y. We have negative 1 is less than x, which is less than 1. Oh, number 9. Oh, shucks. Where's number 9? Is number 9 on the solution? No. Answer key. Are we still here? Oh, wait. Sorry. I need another solution key thing. Oh, yes. Here you are. Hello, little lovely. Let's look at number 9. Wow, we got 20 problems here. Okay, so they're going to get harder. Y, not x. Yes, that's good. Okay, cool. We'll keep going and see if we get one that throws us into. So s minus 3 less than 0. S is less than 0. S is less than 3. 0, 3. So, right, I mean, I think I can jump to s, and 0 is less than s, which is less than 3. Is that what 10 is? Yes. Okay. We can get this even faster. We just have to factor m plus 2, m plus 1 less than 0. So m is less than negative 2. M is less than negative 1. Negative 2, negative 1. Yeah, I mean, isn't it m? Negative 2 is less than m, which is less than negative 1. I don't see where it's going to get harder. I know I feel like it's going to get, oh, maybe when they bring 3. I bet you they're going to bring three solutions. Yes, I see where you're going to throw a wrench in it. Plus 2, z minus 1 less than or equal to 0. I think it might be other places. Negative 1, 0, 2. Yeah, I mean, right, it's going to be z. Negative 1 is less than or equal to z, which is less than or equal to 2. Number 12, negative 2, yes. Oh, 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 oh. There's my first mistake. I rushed through. I didn't write. See what happens when you don't write? So it is z is less than negative 2. Z is less than or equal to 1, Robert. Negative 2, 0, 1. So yes. Z, and that's going to be negative 2 is less than or equal to z, which is less than or equal to 1. That's the correct answer. negative, is that number 12? Yes. Minus 9, so we have to set it equal to 0. That's a new trick. And you get t plus 3, t minus 3, less than 0 is negative. So I'm going to say my solution set is t, and negative 3 is less than t, which is less than 3. I think that's what 13 is. Negative 3 less than t, which is less than 3. Yes. Ooh, okay. Minus 4 minus 2p minus 4. We get p squared minus 3p minus 4 is greater than or equal to 0. That's positive. So now we're going back to the ors. P minus 4, p plus 1. So I'm going to say my answer is going to be p is, let's do this. P is greater than or equal to 4. P is greater than or equal to negative 1. It's best to just write that, right? So we'll say P is less than or equal to negative 1, or P is greater than or equal to 4. Let's see if that is the answer to number 14. P is less than or equal to negative 1, or P is greater than or equal to 4. Yes. Okay. I'm back to my confident person. Minus 4x plus 24. We get x squared. Ooh. Minus 11x plus 11x plus 24 is less than 0. So it's going to be negative. So the signs have to be different. So you get x plus, what's that, 3 and 8? So x is less than negative 3. X is less than negative 8. And I'm going to say that the solution is x. Negative 8 less than x, which is less than negative 3. Ooh, we'll see. I know this is a little bit different. No, we're good. That's correct. Numerical order. Minus 3a plus 6 minus 3a plus 6. A squared minus 5a plus 6 is greater than 0, so it has to be positive. A plus, a minus 3, a minus 2, greater than 0. A is greater than 3, a is greater than 2. It's positive, so the signs have to be the same. So we're going to say A is less than 2, or A is greater than 3. Oh, wouldn't that be nice? If I could just rattle that off so easily. Less than 2, greater than 3. Yes. Oh, all right. 4c squared minus 4c minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. What would be fun is if I had to flip the inequality sign. So we got factors of 12, 1 and 12, 2 and 6. There it is. Signs are different. Bigger is negative. So we get 4c squared plus 2c minus 6c minus 3. We factor out a 2c, you get 2c plus 1. Factor out a negative 3, we get 2c plus 1, less than or equal to 0. We get 2c plus 1, 2c minus 3, less than or equal to 0. So it has to be negative. So the signs are going to be different. That's going to be an and. 2c plus 1 is less than or equal to 0. 2c minus 3 is less than or equal to 0. C, oh, again, wouldn't it be cool? Less than or equal to negative 1/2. C is less than or equal to 3/2. So we are going to have C. We're going to have negative 1/2 is less than or equal to C, which is less than or equal to 3/2. Come on, baby. Number 17. C is less than, or negative 1/2 is less than or equal to C, which is less than 3/2. Yes. All right. 9r squared minus 9r plus 2 is greater than 0. We're adding 2 to both sides. 18, 1 and 18. How did I get 18? A times c. A is 9. 9 times 2, a times c, remember. 2 and 9. 3 and 6. That's it. Signs are the same. Both are negative. There's my negative 9. 9r squared minus 3r minus 6r plus 2 is greater than 0. Factor out a 3r, 3r minus 1. Factor out a negative 2, 3r minus 1. We get 3r minus 1, 3r minus 2 greater than or equal to 0. 3r minus 1 is greater than 0. 3r minus 2 is greater than 0. We have r is greater than 1/3. R is greater than 2/3. So it has to be positive. So we're going to get r. We're going to say r is less than 1/3 or r is greater than 2/3. I think that's number 18. R is less than 1/3 or r is greater than 2/3. All right, this is somewhat easy. Oh, I'm all tangled up in my microphone. Plus 2t, t squared, plus 2t plus 1 is greater than or equal to 0. All right, I see where you're going. Binomial square. And that just means this. It just means twice. Okay, so what does that mean for us? So t is greater than or equal to negative 1. T is greater than or equal to negative 1. I mean, so do we do it twice? Do we do our sign? So if we do this, sorry, negative 1. Negative 1. I wanted that in black. Just erase that. Negative 1, 0. So I think we do it twice. I think I'm going to do this one. And we get 0, we get plus, negative, negative. And then we do this one. And we get 0, plus, plus, negative, negative. Oh, so it's all real numbers? Is it every number except for negative 1? No, because that would make 0. Is 19 all real numbers? Oh my goodness. Because everything's going to make it positive. These, right? These are solutions. Those are solutions. That makes positive. This makes positive. And 0 will equal 0, which will be equal to 0. So yeah, this is all real numbers. All real numbers. So, infinite number of solutions. Okay. You didn't get me. Minus 4x. That's going to be a binomial square also. And it's just going to be x minus 2. So we get x minus 2 and x minus 2. Oh, it's less than. So it's negative. All right, I see. So we get x is less than or equal to 2. X is less than or equal to 2. 0, 2. So if we do both of them, we get 0, positive, 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 negative, negative, negative. We do this one. We get 0, positive, 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 negative, negative, negative. So does that mean the only solution is going to be 0? I think that's the answer. I think it's just going to be x equals 2. When x equals 2, I think this, x equals 2. Let's check it out. That's number 20. X equals 2. Mr. Mac knows. Because this never will produce a negative. So this side, You see this side never produces negative. That's always going to be positive. This is always going to produce a positive. The only time, and only because it says equal to. So if it didn't have equal to, then it would be no solution. But this is my only when it equals 0, and that's when it can equal. That's when it's a neutral number. All right, that's pretty good. There's some good stuff. I have no idea when you're going to apply this. I have no idea. This is where my inexperience of teaching Algebra 2 comes into play. Good luck.